7 Blood or Piru sets in Inglewood, California.
Yeah, this to all my young soldiers, though. You know, we got a gang of young YG homies out there that's putting it down.
Inglewood, California, situated in the southwest region of Los Angeles County, has a storied and complex gang history. The dynamics of street gang culture in this part of California is rich, intricate, and, at times, tumultuous. From their origins, alliances, and rivalries to their influence on music and popular culture, Inglewood's Blood and Piru sets have shaped and been shaped by the social fabric of their environment. This overview delves into the histories, territories, and affiliations of 8 significant Blood and Piru sets in Inglewood, offering insights into their relationships, challenges, and legacies. At number 7, we have the Queen Street Bloods.
Calm down. Calm down. We on the message right now. Fuck QS 400.
The Queen Street Bloods, a smaller African-American gang, hail from Inglewood in Los Angeles, California. They became part of the Bloods Alliance in the 1980s with the endorsement of the larger Neighborhood Pirus. This gang operates in 2 main areas, the West Side and 76th Street. Their main turf includes Queen Street and Inglewood Avenue, but it also extends to nearby blocks. They maintain strong alliances with the Neighborhood Pirus and the Double I Bloods from Newark, New Jersey. However, they clash with the Raymond Avenue Crips, Inglewood Family Gang, 18th Street Gang, and the Inglewood 13 Hispanic Gang. Notably, the region has connections to Mac 10 from the West Side Connection. At number 6, we have the Neighborhood Pirus.
Whoop.
The West Side Inglewood Neighborhood Pirus are a prominent African-American gang, rooted in the western part of Inglewood, California since the 1970s. Initially called the Hyde Park Boys, their territory stretches from Centinela Avenue in the north to Florence Avenue in the south. Nestled on Edgewood Street, they are part of the larger Neighborhood Pirus umbrella, sharing this affiliation with the 151 Original Block Pirus and the 145 Neighborhood Pirus from Compton, California. Their induction into the Blood Alliance was through the Rollin 20s Neighborhood Bloods, with whom they share strong ties. They are also aligned with gangs like the Avenue Piru Gang, Queen Street Bloods, Rolling 20s Outlaw Bloods, and have connections to the Double I Bloods in Newark, New Jersey. However, unlike most Blood gangs, they've had conflicts with other Blood groups. Notably, tensions arose with the Crenshaw Mafia gang and the LA Denver Lane Bloods after a pivotal incident involving a top member of the Crenshaw Mafia gang. Their rivalry with the Inglewood Family Gang stands as one of the biggest intra-Blood feuds in Los Angeles. On the Crips front, they've faced off against gangs like the Rolling 60s, Rolling 90s, Rolling 100s Neighborhood Crips, Osage Legend Crips, 102 Raymond Avenue Crips, and the Imperial Village Crips. They've also clashed with the Hispanic Inglewood 13 Gang. An insight into their conflict was highlighted by Lil Lunch Meat in the documentary Slob 187 Crab 187, where he mentioned the Neighborhood Pirus confrontation with the former Crenshaw Mafia gang member Tiptoe. 5. We have the Crenshaw Mafia Bloods.
Goddamn smock to death. Oh, Blood Gang.
Yeah, this to all my young soldiers, though. You know, we got a gang of young YG homies out there that's putting it down. Niggas is doing this shit for real. We out here hanging out late night, you know what I'm saying? Gotta protect our ass, you know what I'm saying? Niggas come through, we gotta do what we gotta do. Niggas gonna get done in. Niggas trying to do us, we ain't showing no mercy. This bill status, niggas is out here doing it. Niggas out here ain't showing no mercy.
The Crenshaw Mafia Gang, often referred to as the Crenshaw Mafia Gangster Bloods, CMGB, emerged in the late 1970s in the western region of Inglewood, California. Founded by a figure known as KB, this gang branched off from the Inglewood Family Gang, with whom they maintain close ties. They dominate a neighborhood referred to as the Bottom, primarily centered around Century and Crenshaw Boulevard. On 104th Street, while some members reside elsewhere, a majority share a common upbringing in this locale. Their alliance with the LA Denver Lane Bloods, spanning over 2 decades, has led to monikers like Denver Mafias for the original members and Mafia Lanes for later generations. The gang also partners with groups such as the Family Swan Bloods, Centinela Park Family Bloods, and Athens Park Bloods, among others. Historically, they clashed with the Inglewood Neighborhood Pirus in one of the most significant blood disputes in LA. They've also had disagreements with the Bounty Hunters Watts gang. Their list of Crip adversaries includes the 102 Raymond Avenue Crips, Imperial Village Crips, and Rawlings 60s Neighborhood Crips, to name a few. Due to broader tensions between Hispanic and African American gangs in South LA, they are also in conflict with the Hispanic 18th Street Gang. Notably, rappers like Lil Hawk and Tiptoe, affiliated with this gang, were spotlighted in Bangin' on Wax and Domo Riders albums. The gang's influence was also showcased in the film Boys in the Hood. At number 4, we have the Centinela Park Family Bloods.
The Centinela Park Family Bloods emerged as an African-American gang on the eastern side of Inglewood, California during the mid to late 1970s, often known as the Nellas. The group initially identified as the Centinela Park Pirus before shifting in the early 1990s. The gang's moniker is drawn from the Centinela Park, now referred to as Edward Vincent Jr. Park, nestled between Hyde Park Boulevard and Florence Avenue on Centinela Avenue. Their core territory spanned from West Boulevard eastwards to Lubbock in the west, and from 64th Street in the north down to Florence Avenue. In their early days, the 64 Grims were among their prime allies, aligned with the Family Alliance. The Centinela Park Family Bloods maintained close ties with gangs like the Inglewood Family Gang and the Family Swan Bloods. Historically, they had a connection with the Inglewood Neighborhood Pirus. However, internal conflicts between the Inglewood Family Gang and the Inglewood Neighborhood Pirus led to the Centinela Park Family Bloods distancing themselves from the Piru label, pivoting more towards the Family Alliance. This shift also escalated their tensions with the Queen Street Bloods. Despite this, their rapport remains strong with groups like the Bloodstone Villains and the Crenshaw Mafia Gang. Unique to their positioning, they share neighborhood stretches with one of their fiercest adversaries, the Rolling 60s Neighborhood Crips. They also contend with gangs like the 64 West Boulevard Crips, 8 Trey Gangster Crips, and the Tongan Crips Gang, among others.
At number 3, we have the Center Park Bloods.
Look, that's not niggas. It's time to get on.
The West Side Center Park Bloods, primarily an African-American street gang located in the western part of Inglewood, California, have marked their presence since the 1970s, spanning the area from Prairie Avenue on the west to Crenshaw Boulevard on the east, and from 107th Street in the north down to 111th Place. They've carved out a distinct territory. Initially, they functioned as a subset of the Inglewood Family Gang. However, as time progressed and influenced by their founding members, they chose to operate independently. They frequently clash with gangs like the Madass Gangster Crips, Imperial Village Crips, and Raymond Avenue Crips, among others. Past disputes have also arisen with the Weirdo Gangster Bloods. Nevertheless, they maintain cordial ties with groups like the Inglewood Family Gang and the Avenue Piru Gang.
At number 2, we have the Avenue Piru Gang.
Avenue, Avenue, whole lot of Avenue, whole lot of 489 shit, wool, free the ass, AIP the ass, just some of the ass, you feel me?
On blood. On bloods. 489er on the hood. Big Avenue. Big hum.
The West Side Avenue Piru Gang, primarily an African-American group, originated in Inglewood, California during the early 1970s. Notably, they were the first gang outside Compton, the birthplace of the Pirus, to adopt the Piru affiliation. Their dominion stretches from Crenshaw Boulevard on the west to Van Ness on the east, covering areas from 104th Street in the north down to 109th Street in the south. While 104th Street is a primary claim for many members, areas like 108th and 109th Streets are also considered part of their turf. Key alliances for them include the Inglewood Neighborhood Pirus, Inglewood Family Gang, and Center Park Bloods, among others. On the flip side, they contend with groups like the Rolling 90s Neighborhood Crips, various Neighborhood Crips factions, and the Tongan Crips Gang, to name a few.
At number 1, we have the Inglewood Family Bloods.
And all that, man. Come on. Yeah, all that.
Originating from the western region of Inglewood, California, the West Side Inglewood Family Gang, predominantly African American, boasts a rich history. They are often referred to as the Inglewood Family Gangster Bloods. Before the Inglewood family's emergence, the area was dominated by the Chain Gang, a precursor to Crips. Sharing the stage with groups like the LA Brims, Jan Brewer is believed to be the founder of the Inglewood Family Gang, which joined the Bloods Alliance as a West Coast Bloods set in 1972. This group holds the title of being Inglewood's most extensive street gang. Their territory extends from Crenshaw Boulevard to Van Ness Avenue, covering areas from 77th Street to 94th Street, while the majority of their territory is under the jurisdiction of the Inglewood Police Department. A small section falls within the LAPD's 77th Division. They've contended with various Crip factions, including the Rolling 60s, 90s, 100s, Menlo Crips, and others. Historically, they've also been at odds with the Hispanic Inglewood 13 Gang, despite their past confrontations with the 8 Trey Gangster Crips and the 99 Mafia Crips. There's been a recent informal truce among them, targeting specific rival factions. The Inglewood family has also been part of complex alliances and rivalries with other blood gangs, such as the LA Denver Lane Bloods, Inglewood Neighborhood Pirus, and others. A hallmark of their affiliations is the close bond with the Avenue Piru gang, creating the Family Rue Alliance. Furthermore, their association with the Family Swan Bloods and the Centinela Park Family Bloods is renowned as the Family Alliance. The Inglewood Family Gang also finds allies in the Crenshaw Mafia Gang and Center Park Bloods.
The tapestry of Inglewood's gang landscape is interwoven with tales of camaraderie, conflict, and change. Understanding the intricacies of these Blood-Piru sets offers a glimpse into a facet of urban life that has had significant influence not just on the streets of Inglewood, but also on the broader narratives of Los Angeles gang culture. It is crucial to remember that beneath the stories of alliances and confrontations lies a deeper tale of communities grappling with socio-economic challenges, seeking identity, and navigating the complex terrains of loyalty and survival. As Inglewood evolves, so do its street narratives, and the legacy of these gangs will undoubtedly continue to shape its future.